And joining me now in the studio is runner Matlin, originally from Buenos Aires, Argentina, as I've been told, but now living here in Israel. Thank you very much for coming into the studio. I suppose my first question is, talk to us a little bit about your experience with running. What kind of running do you do? Is it for fun? Is it competition?
Well, all my life I've done sport. In Argentina, team sports is a basic. You finish school, you go to play, in my case, volleyball, but most people, football or basketball. And again, as a volleyball player, you don't run that much, you jump way more. But when I came to Israel, at first I couldn't find a team. Then joining the army, running is basically mandatory, and you find yourself running. I saw the benefits first, mentally, of just disconnecting, not having your phone on you, not having anyone near you, just you on the road. It's like meditation. It's active meditation. That's how I see it.
What do you think about the study that was published?
As not a doctor, it makes a lot of sense. I think we, as a society, we've improved a lot through the years, but we need to remember that our DNA is the same that 10,000 years ago. Like hunter-gatherers, we have the same DNA, that's us. So I feel like when I run and when I come from a run, there's a little monkey inside of me that's super happy.
I cannot by any means call me a runner. That would be an outright lie. But occasionally I do go for a jog along our wonderful Tel Aviv promenade. And as you mentioned, mental and physical benefits are in the hundreds. But then I end up going to the gym and my back and my knees completely cave in. So there's also risks to running. Do you feel that or make notes of that, or is it mostly all positive?
No, 100%. As with anything, if you're cooking, you have a risk of getting burned. But that's why I feel like most people, especially people who are starting to run, which I recommend a lot, just see there's YouTube videos, there's trainers who can teach you the correct technique of how to run, and also listen to your body. If your body's hurting from, your knees are hurting, maybe it's time to take on cycling for a while instead of running. It has way lower impact. Maybe swimming is amazing also.
They say that New York is the non-stop city, but I completely disagree. For anyone who's ever been to Israel, you will know that Tel Aviv is the city that does not stop running, quite literally. There are runners everywhere here. What makes it so friendly for runners like yourself?
I think it's built for running. Tel Aviv is built for running. From the Tayel, from the promenade to Park Hayarkon, you can run in a straight line with whatever view you choose to. And if you want even a more demanding run going up and down hills, you can go straight through Bugrashov. You can start at the Dizengoff Center, you end up at the beach, you go up and down constantly, very demanding for the body. It's built for running, it's made for us.
It's like they say it's a dog-friendly city, but I seem to think it's an aerobic-friendly city as well. With events like the World Cup that are just around the corner, yesterday, for example, I watched the advertisement that Nike put out, which was brilliant, but it also brought to my attention that why is it just universities that are covering topics like this? Surely companies like Nike, like Adidas, fitness companies as well, should be investing in some of this research. Wouldn't you as a runner be interested to know that this is the research when you buy a pair of shoes, for example?
I think it is there. If you see the evolution of footwear through the ages, through even in the last 20, 30 years, people used to run wearing Converse. Basketball players from the NBA used to play basketball professionally with basically no sole on their shoes. Now, all the footwear, it's hugging your feet. I think they are. I think maybe they don't advertise it as much, but definitely if you look at the evolution of footwear through the years, they clearly are paying attention to our bodies, at least.
Matlin, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you are planning on running home from the studio.